Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for booming in. Good morning to the maniacs. I want to talk about Arby on Adamant, Adamant on Arbitrum, pre-sale that's going on tomorrow that I'm going to hop into. We'll be talking about the stability of these stable coins. I came into an article that put these stable coins into question. I want to discuss it with you guys and see what the potential play may be here and more. I'll give you updates on Arby. I'll give you updates on Honeypot and some of these other protocols on Phantom and more. Guys, make sure you drop a comment, a like, a subscribe, a post notification bell, a ding ding. Stay tuned in to the good ones that we spread every single day here. Kaboom. Shout out to all the maniacs. Let me turn on the chat here. Shout out to Passive Crypto Show. Looks like he's on time. Poison. Shout out to you, Kaboom, and good morning, everyone. I want to talk about this Adamant on Arbitrum. I've been talking about it this week, but I want to go ahead and put it on the title, let you guys know that it's happening tomorrow, Saturday. I think the pre-sale is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You could read about it over here on the medium.com article. Let me go ahead and link it for you guys here in the chat. And this is a pre-sale that's taking place on the Arbitrum network. It's going to require Arbitrum ETH to participate. And I'm excited because, you know, the Adamant protocol has treated us well. You can see it here, Adamant on Arbitrum, and you can see that they'll be launching an Arbitrum very soon. They decided that there will be a separate token. The token will be called Arby. The initial mining rate will be 100 Arby for 1 ETH. And then the pre-sale price is going to be 200 Arby for 1 ETH. So you'll see it's about half of the price that it's going to list at. Okay, but half of those tokens are going to be locked for 91 days, earning performance fees, and half of them will be locked to a separate contract for 180 days and do not earn performance fees. So if you get into this pre-sale, you're not going to get tokens up front. You're going to have to wait 91 days to get half your bag and another 180 days to get the other half. Now, if you're not interested in that, I mean, you know, I guess another way to look at it is to skip the pre-sale and just go ahead and buy them in the open market once the pre-sale ends, which this pre-sale could end in 5 minutes for all I know. I have no idea, okay? The cap is going to be 1,000 ETH, so as soon as they raise that 1,000 ETH, they'll go ahead and lock up some liquidity and introduce it to the market. Okay, so in order to prevent early reward dilution, airdrop Arby will be locked. So also there's going to be an airdrop. So if you've already been using the platform on Matic and you have some Adamant tokens locked up there, single asset, you will be getting an airdrop, and you could read about that. Here's other notes as far as using and connecting to the Arbitrum mainnet. We've been talking about it all week, but you could see here the information for your MetaMask. So it's pretty much right here. The network name is Arbitrum RPC, the chain ID, the currency, the block explorer. So you just got to set up your MetaMask so that it can support this layer 2 Arbitrum. Now, you could also bridge your ETH to Arbitrum. So initially, you're going to have to bridge native ETH to Arbitrum. Arbitrum does not, and I repeat, does not have a native token. It runs on Ether to pay gas fees. So you need to bridge Ether from the mainnet over to the Arbitrum layer 2 using the bridge.arbitrum.io. Okay, once you got a little bit of Ether there, then you could use this other bridge that allows you to bridge from other blockchains like Polygon, like Phantom, AVAX, and more. The thing with that bridge, the cbridge.seller network, that those bridge will bridge over only wrapped Ether. So you can bridge your wrapped Ether, but once it gets to the Arbitrum network, you're not going to be able to unwrap it unless you have native Ether on that chain. So initially, you're going to have to move over some Ether from your main chain using that bridge, and then you can go ahead and swap out using sidechains. Another thing to note is that if you're going to bridge back using that bridge.arbitrum.io from Arbitrum back to Ethereum, there's a 7-day withdrawal lockup or withdrawal period, 7 days. One way to work around that here is you can use the cbridge.seller network to go to BSC or to Matic or to Phantom in 5 minutes, and then you can use another bridge from those networks back to Ethereum. Okay, so that's a workaround. Shout out to Free Thought. He says, salute Champagne. Been listening in the trenches for a while. Wanted to send some love and say enough respect from the UK. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Free Thought, with the 5 British pounds. Kaboom. I really appreciate that whenever, someone tells me they've been listening for a while and then, they give a gratuity, even if it's $1, $5, 500, whatever it is, I appreciate it. And shout out to you. I'm really appreciated that you're in the box and participate. Let us know you're here. Let us know you're shaking and baking. And it doesn't have to be in a super chat. I'm reading all the chats. Unlike some of these YouTube guys out there, okay, that they act like the chat is too much for them to read and they only read super chats. No. I'm reading as many chats as I possibly can. Greetings from Argentina, says Manuel. Good morning. Shout out to everybody in Argentina. Kaboom. So, guys, I just linked this over there, adamantfinance.medium. It explains everything that's going on with this pre-sale, how to bridge, how to set up your Arbitrum. The time of the pre-sale is Saturday, September 18th at 1500 Eastern Standard Time. I believe that's 3 p.m. on the Eastern Standard Time, guys. So, that's the pre-sale info. And then remember, if you get into this pre-sale, half of your Arby is going to be locked up for 91 days, and the other half is going to be locked for 180 days. So if you want Arby on tomorrow, you may have to wait to just buy it on the open market at a higher price. So that's what's going on. I like Arby. I can't say I like Arby. I like Adamant. And that's why I'm excited about this token on Arby. Boomers Worldwide, says Passive Crypto Show. Indeed. Let's go ahead and look at the charts and see what's going on with Phantom, which has been my favorite altcoin this bull run. It's been doing very solid. And, it's dumping today a little bit, after having a nice run up. But let me pull up these charts. You got Ether against Bitcoin continuing to hold strong. Strong buy. So if you're considering Ether or Bitcoin, the charts are favoring Ether by a long shot. Ether's a lot stronger on the technicals for the 1 day and the 1 week than it is on just Ether against Bitcoin. And then you can look at Ether against the US dollar, which is still strong. The last time I checked, at 34.76. Buy for the 1 day projections. For the 1 week, it's looking strong. So let's look at the top hitters. How about Hex? Right back over 41 cents, guys. I've been buying those dips. And what else could I say, guys? I know a lot of people don't like Richard because he seems a little arrogant, and I see a lot of people like him because he has been correct in a lot of things. I would compare him to the Donald Trump of crypto. Okay, a lot of people don't like him, but he wins a lot. Okay, and he rubs people the wrong way because he says things, So whatever. I'm neither here or there. Whether I'm in it for the gains, guys. And I feel that here in the short term, as Pulse Chain gets closer and closer to launching, with these airdrops, they're going to duplicate the coins. I can see a reason why Hex should go up. Okay, it's just all speculation. 41 cents. Let's look at the top hitters today, guys. Top hitter is Hex. That's the top hitter. Hex. Wow. Okay, Fiverr's moving. I'm really talking about the traditional stocks. You got Doge, and then you got Phantom against ETH is moving pretty well. So yeah, it's Phantom and Hex, and those are the ones that we've been in. So what else could I say? Let's talk about the Arbitrum farms that I jumped in yesterday. Arby Nyan and Honeypot. I'll give you guys the update. I threw about $500 at Arby Nyan, and then the price dropped. I got in there like at 80 cents, and now it's like 40 cents. So, I gave it a whirl and a swirl, and that's why, when these new little meme-ish NFT-looking type projects I see, I don't really ape into them. I'll throw a little bit, and I'm glad I did because this thing kind of crashed on me. So let me pull it up on you so you could see. It's the Arby Nyan. And then I came across this Arby staking site where I actually withdrew. Let me show you. So arbynyan.com. Their ETH pool is closed, but you can stake LPs ETH Nyan at 2,000% APR, or you could single asset stake Nyan for 1,500% APR. This purchase could be purchased on SushiSwap. So this is one of the first native projects to Arby. You could read about it, but apparently they're trying to provide more liquidity. There's been some NFT drops. So I took a small stab. I picked up this Nyan token and I started staking here at the APR at 1,500. But someone let us know about this other protocol, Arbis Finance, which is a yield optimizer. So I went ahead and withdraw my Arby Nyan from the native site and I put it over here because the APY is a little bit more. Okay, I mean, this just basically auto compounds for you. Okay, and you could see, you could see the strategy and how it works. So, it's just they're taking your funds and they're putting it in this pool, and I believe they're just claiming and withdrawing a few times a day for you. So that's what's going on. So Arbis.finance, they also have USDC ETH pools and Magic Internet Money ETH pools. And there it is. Crypto Mike says, Sub Champ staking in the Honey ETH pool and bought some GMX and Arby Moon A Moon. I don't know about GMX, and nor have I heard Arby Moon, but I was going to show Honeypot next. In fact, let me show it. I'm in the Beehive as well, Honey ETH pool, and it pays 1,400 APY. You could select right now, and I've earned a few honey. These honeys are worth about 7 or 8 cents, and I got a small amount of ETH LP, maybe no more than like $1,000 worth, I think. Yeah, but these other tokens, GMX, Arby Moon, maybe you can let us know more about them or what website it is. The chat blocks people that share URLs, but you could type it out and honeypot.finance, just type it out instead of writing the URL, and I'll be able to read it and we can make it happen. But yeah, Arbitrum, guys, I said this yesterday, it doesn't have it doesn't have a shitcoin. It runs on ETH. So there is an incentive for the ETH holders to use this layer because they don't have to dump their ETH for a Matic, for a Phantom, for an AVAX. And it's interesting what this may end up increasing the demand for Ether itself and the legacy DeFi protocols on Ether. Another one that I was checking out is the spell token Abracadabra, and they're native to Ether. Magic Internet Money and all that, they're up a lot. Spell token Abracadabra Money, abracadabra.money. This is an interesting website. This is Ether based, and if they launch on Arbitrum, this may go up. And if you could see, the price is up today, 15%. I'd keep an eye on this one. I like this protocol, even though I haven't spoke much about it. I've been reading about it, and it mints these MIM token, Magic Internet Money, which is their stablecoin. And now that I mentioned stablecoin, let's go ahead and talk about it real briefly. I don't really get into the regulations or the crackdowns or anything, but I want to mention this because, it's something that may concern us. U.S. Treasury turns its gaze to stablecoin users. Stablecoin transaction and their impact on financial stability are the top of the mind of the Treasury of officials. Now, you could read this and all that. Obviously what they're doing is they're paying attention to these stablecoins. I'm specifically talking about, centralized stablecoins like USDC. Coinbase recently got a little heated for doing their borrowing and lending. The SEC is on their ass. The SEC wants them to pay the piper. So the concern that I'm bringing up here is that USDC, okay, if the Fed puts enough pressure on Coinbase, they can literally turn USDC off, or they can halt it, or they have some sort of a admin key, I would assume, or they have some sort of majority stake in the stable coin. So, how stable, I'm sure the price is stable, but how safe is holding like a USDC if the government all of a sudden wants to heat up Coinbase and be like, no, you know what? Now you got to turn off your stable coin, or you got to let us know everybody that holds your stable coin, or anybody that does a transaction of that stable coin now has to pay a tax, or, I'm just making up, I'm brainstorming, and I'm just thinking. So I'm asking myself, how safe are stable coins? I don't know. I really don't. Okay. It's just something to consider. One thing I'm considering is like, should you be holding your majority of your stables in one stable, or should you have Tether, DC, and maybe DAI? And then bringing up DAI, out of all these stable coins, DAI is the one that is a contract. So DAI is not really like the feds just can't call up DAI and tell them to turn it off. So is DAI the stable coin that you want to hold? If you wanted to hold stable coin? So, it's just a bunch of things to consider. GMX.financial, I'll check that out. And RBMoon.xyz, I'll check that out. Crypto Mike, I appreciate that. Tell me you're staking OHM for 7,000%. I don't know anything about that one. A BTC and The Economist. I'll check it out, champ. You got it. And shout out to Original Copy. Let me check out those sites. But, yeah, something to consider with these stable coins or whatnot. I know we've been using them when we have to lock in profits. But, I'm thinking, I got a little bag of stable coins. Should I just flip it back into ETH just in case anybody gets funny bunny here? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught up in any Fed stuff. You know what I mean? And these stable coins, how decentralized are they? Because, the other day we saw Solana shut down for, just because they had a bug. I don't want to be dealing with stuff that just shuts down because of a bug or for the Fed. I want truly decentralized if I'm going to hold bags here. So, something to consider. That's all. I'm not to FUD or anything like that. It's just to consider. And then, when I'm thinking of stable, I'm like, is DAI the one then? Is DAI the one? Okay, moving on. Let's talk about these potential platforms here that may boom on this, because I don't like to be focusing on the regulations or the taxes. That's not me. That stuff is not for me. You know what I mean? I focus on the boomers. I let I let that media be handled by someone else. That's not what I cover. Arbymoon.xyz seems like a Safe Moon type knockoff. Cruise through the stars with Arby Moon. This looks like Arby Moon's decentralized frictionless yield protocol operating the bleeding edge Arbitrum. Okay, and then how to connect to Arbitrum, tokenomics. It's just another Safe Moon. Okay, that's cool. It may boom. Nice looking website, that's for sure. And let me see that other one. I'll leave this one up. GMX.financial. Let me see that one. Decentralized Perpetual Exchange, GMX. Let me connect the wallet over here and see what's going on. Oh, they got a whole exchange out here. Okay, I see it. Yeah, so they got with the order book and everything. Okay. You can earn. Let me see what the farms are. Price of GMX is $19. APR is 23%. Not that crazy. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this protocol though. It looks interesting. Decentralized perpetual exchange, trade BTC, ETH, and Binance with up to 30x leverage directly from your wallet. And yeah, you can check that one out. Manuel says it's DAI the one. It certainly seems so. DAI seems like, if you think about it, because look, the Feds are going to end up putting pressure on these exchanges, on these, they're going to want to put their hands on everything. So ultimately, the stuff that's really going to float, in my opinion, is the truly decentralized stuff, like the stuff that there's no one to talk to. It runs on its own. Like you can't summon a smart contract to a court. Like there is no person. You know what I mean? So, that's something to consider. So maybe DAI is the one. I don't know. GMX is like Perp and DYDX. That's another one that I've been looking at, DYDX. And that's about it, guys. I think we covered most of the beats. It's Friday, so I want to keep this one short. We hit most of the beats. The gainers here are Hex and a little bit of Phantom. I showed you some of those new protocols. Shout out to Mike also for giving us some leads here on GMX and on Arby Moon. And that's about it. I mean, I'm going to be patiently waiting for that Arby pre-sale tomorrow, and I'll be watching that. And we'll be back, I believe, on Monday. God willing. That's what my mom always says. God willing. when I say something, I'm like, oh, I'll see you tomorrow. She says, God willing. And, and that's true. It's whatever the Lord wants. And on that note, shout out to Crypto Mike, Red Snapper, original copy, rest of the boomers. I'll take a few more seconds. If you guys want to push some questions in or let me know anything, I'll be here. Just a few more seconds before I go ahead and sign off. I'm excited. I'm really excited about Arbitrum, guys. And like I said, I think that Arbitrum ultimately, if it works and if it's secure, I think it's going to drive the demand for ETH up, and it will end up benefiting those legacy DeFi platforms like Sushi, like Uniswap, and others. You and anything else on Matic, says Passive? Nah, only Adamant is the one that I've been using on Matic lately. I haven't done anything else on Matic. We were using it for a while, but then Phantom came along and there was more stuff going on there, and I don't have anything bad to say about Matic though. I mean, it's running smooth. Have a great weekend as well, Manuel. Shout out to Passive, Red Snapper, all the boomers. All right, guys. I'll be back on Monday. See you guys. Stay strong. Make sure you hit the gym. I was out there doing my deadlifts today. Make sure you're doing it, guys. Even on the days you don't want to work out and those days that you're, there's always those days you want to show up. The best thing to do on those days is to go anyway and just start walking on the treadmill, okay? And then, try a workout out. You don't have to do the whole routine, but at least show up and, make it a habit to go whether you like it or not. Even if just as long as you show up to the place and at least walk on the treadmill, pick up a weight, that's way better. That's so much more than just someone that stays home and thinks about it. So if you could just make a habit of just showing up, going there, that's what I did for a long time before I really got into exercising again years back. I would just go to the gym and just literally walk on the forget running, forget trying to be the hero, just go. Red Snapper says P90X. Yeah, whatever you want. P90X is a lot, for a newbie. They got you doing, jumping, this, that, for some newbies, some people just gotta show up and start walking on the treadmill. Some of you guys are fat out there, out of shape. Some of you guys are way too skinny. So start with something. Just start moving. P90X is definitely good. I've done it before. My favorite routine, personally, and I think it's the solid one, is the strong lifts 5x5. It's really what changed me. Doing the solid lifts, those core exercises, squat, deadlift, and bench press. Guys, you could be playing around with your little arm curls and doing little cardio bunny stuff. If you want to be a strong man, you got to pull weight, and you got to do the real exercises. Okay. You got to squat weight. You got to pull weight off the floor. Okay. You can't be doing a little arm curl and expect that you're going to, come on. If the exercise you're doing, if you're exercising sitting down, it's not all that, do exercise that you're standing up, like a squat, like a deadlift. You know what I mean? You make me laugh, Champ, says Manuel. All right, that's good. Perseverance. Yeah, just show up, guys. That's all. Let me motivate you guys and show up because, so much of this is about self-improvement. A lot of you guys are in it for the gains, but why do you want to make gains? Because you want to improve. You want to be better, So it's not only about financial gains, about physical gains, about spiritual gains, about intellectual gains, just moving up, leveling up, stepping up. And one thing about it is just changing your routine, really. Sometimes it's just about showing up. You know how many times I don't want to do a live stream? Because sometimes it's boring, guys. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? But, you keep going there. You keep showing up to bat. And, this routine of always doing the live streams, always focusing, has forced me to pay attention to what's happening in crypto. And have I made gains from the channel? Not really. I mean, yeah, the channel has grown to a certain extent. It stopped growing a long time ago because I got shadow banned. But the gains have came but from what I've learned by showing up. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to show up, guys. You got to show up to bat, whether you like it or not. And just go ahead and do it. Sometimes it's better to get it done than to think about getting it done perfectly. Yeah, a ritual. Yeah. That's a great way to put it. Routine is also a ritual. Make sure you do the ritual every single day. And a ritual, after a while, ends up manifesting into something. So, indeed, yeah. Can't stress how much working out brings out discipline. It's that because a lot of us and a lot of people, they're great with the ideas. They're stuck in the idea world. And even spiritual people as well, they're stuck in the spirit world and the idea world. And that's great. And you got to be there sometimes too. But as above, so below. You got to have it grounded both ways. So you got to have some grounding in the real world. Take off your shoes. Stop walking on rubber all the time because you're a circuit. You want to make sure you're actually grounded to the floor at points because you are a circuit. A literal, like, you know, if you pass out and your heart stops beating, they're going to shock you to wake you back up. There's an electricity going through you. So make sure it's grounded after a while. You're walking around, you're at work all day wearing shoes, okay? And you're literally not grounded. Literally, not figuratively, literally, you're not grounded. Take your shoes off, ground yourself, and start, grounding yourself in physical activity a little bit. And you'll be surprised, your spiritual world, your mental world can change as well. You got to pull here to tug there. You got to balance it on both sides. And some people are stuck too much in the real world and they need to stop playing around, and then they need to sit down and be quiet and listen to their thoughts. So, you got to find the balance. And there's some people that are too much in their head. They need to stop thinking and they need to go out there and start, touching the ground. So it's about balance, guys. Keep it balanced. Now, you guys got me on some self-improvement out here. Manuel's like, go, keep going. I appreciate you maniacs. We were doing, when BTC and the rest of the crypto was in a bear market for so much, we were just on the Bitcoin waiting room. So every Friday I was doing self-improvement live streams, and we were not even talking about crypto. All we were talking about was working out, eating healthy. And, for a while, we were doing that every Friday. Sometimes, like the crypto's not going to be booming and stuff, and you got to worry about something else. I bought a few earthing mats. They help ground you if you're sitting at your desk all day. Okay. Yeah, I never even heard of that, I just take my shoes off. You know what I mean? The keto days. Yeah, I did the keto diet for a while. I experimented with that. It was excellent. I enjoyed it. And Passive Crypto says the golden accumulation phase. Yeah, and I was telling you guys, watch out. DeFi is going to boom. Watch the BTC. Remember, I was like, DeFi will be the wave. You'll see. And indeed it was. I'm not out here to say I told you so, but I told you so. Plugs in the grounding hole in your outlet, neutralizes electric activity. Yeah, I didn't know about that grounding and stuff, but as soon as I started taking my shoes off, take your shoes off, man. I'm telling you, and walk outside and make you just walk around. Most people live their life with shoes on all the time because they're at work, and they're wearing rubber soles. They're not connected to the ground. Is it a conspiracy? Probably not, or maybe it is. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Make sure stay grounded. Let yourself breathe, People wearing all these clothes, their body's not even breathing. You're masking up your entire body. Take your shirt off, take your shoes off, go outside for a little while, get some fresh air. Kaboom. Yeah, I'll take a few more comments. You guys got me excited. So sometimes the self-help, the self-improvement stuff fires me up sometimes more than just talking about these numbers and stuff. Because ultimately, this is an alternative lifestyle that is focused on making gains and improving things. Walking on bare grass and sand is amazing. Yeah, guys, that's what I'm talking about. Take off your shoes for a while. Listen, I still like nice shoes. You know what I mean? I just picked up a new pair of ones. I pick up a new pair of ones. It's not like I don't wear shoes, guys. I'm not a hippie out here. But everyone, take your shoes off during the day. Yeah, the champ's not a hippie, But, you can learn a lot from these hippies, guys. You can learn a lot from these conspiracy guys, too. I think everybody owes the conspiracy guys an apology for all the years that they were put down. These guys were, they were all right. It's real. I bought a voltmeter and tested the concept of grounding, my favorite at the beach. Really? Wow. Okay. I haven't gone that far. I'm just, I'm going by intuition. I've never actually tested it or nothing. I'm just flowing by intuition. And guys, let me tell you, everybody would trust the science and this and this and that. Trust your intuition too, guys. Okay? Trust your intuition too. And you know how you could trust your intuition better? By stopping the masturbation all the time. You guys that are jerking off all the time, you know, you don't know what to trust in your own head. One of the best things that I ever did was to stop that masturbation. The no fap is definitely a level up. Okay, you're fapping around all the time, and you can't think straight. Okay. New therapy grounding. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know the technicals and the science, and like maybe your crypto Mike seems to know more than me. I'm just talking about. I took my shoes off, took your shirt off a little while, and just let it breathe a little bit. Yeah, the no fap. I mean, I've been in it for a while now, over like maybe 2 years. No, granted, I'm in a monogamous relationship. I'm in a matrimony. You know what I mean? So. It's not like I'm a single man either, so respect to you guys, you know what I mean? But yeah, no fapping. Intuition is what makes us be in crypto. Exactly. Now, I'll give you another example. Like my intuition was calling me to Bitcoin from the days of Zuccotti Park when they were doing the Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street protests. I used to work like, I think a block away, 2 blocks away. I would walk there during my lunch breaks. I would walk around downtown Manhattan. And I would see all the protesters and all the stuff, and this is when the bank bailouts, and was really paying attention more to the financial system, how it works, and amongst all that, the murmurs, the rumors of Bitcoin started to surface, and like about a year later, I remember I was standing out. I was in Brooklyn, outside of a recording studio, waiting for someone to open a door for me, and some guy on the block just walks up to me. He's like, "Hey. Yo, you got the Bitcoins? You're the guy with the Bitcoins?" And I'm like, the guy with the Bitcoins? And I remember I heard about Bitcoin and stuff, and I'm like, nah, I don't got no Bitcoin. But it hit me there. I'm like, yo, people on the streets are asking me like this is some sort of a crack drug or something. And I'm like, there's got to be something here. So, then I brought it up to someone that I knew that worked in Wall Street, downtown. It was an investment banker, someone that I respected, someone that it was top of their class academically. We're working for a huge bank out there, had gotten a major job. And I'm like, hey, look at this Bitcoin and look at this Ethereum thing. And the guy told me, no, that's a scam. Forget about that. And this is someone I respected, like almost a perfect score on their SAT. They work for an investment bank. But my intuition was like, nah, there's something here. But then I'm listening to the so-called experts. Okay? The so-called experts. It's like saying, listen to the expert. Sometimes you don't listen to the expert, guys. You listen to your intuition. What's up, champ? Just jumped in. I'll catch the replay. Yeah, I was wrapping it up. And then they started hyping me up about no fap, about working out, and we're off on a tangent here. We're off on a tangent. But shout out to Buddha. I appreciate you, Buddha. Buddha has definitely pointed us in the direction of many successful projects as of late, and I want to thank him. Thanks, Buddha, for being in the chat. I appreciate it. Satoshi Student says it's all in the gut. Yeah, I mean, maybe not all of it, but a significant amount of it, yeah. So, lesson learned, guys. I listened to the experts I listened to the financial experts I would say this is 2010, 2011. I don't know, at the very beginning, I think when Ether first came out, because Bitcoin had done this little thing, and then I started hearing about the Ether. I had been hearing about the murmurs about it, you know what I mean? I brought it up to this gentleman. I still know the guy now. I haven't talked to him in years, but I should bring it up to him and throw it in his face, but whatever. Anyhow, I bet you that person still doesn't have coins. Anyhow, I brought it up to this person. I'm like, and then I had brought it up to other people. Not a single person told me, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And in my head, I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, this is like, internet money. This looks like it's going to pop off. This looks like it made so much sense to me, like clear as day. And then, it took me a while to actually start getting into it. But, lesson learned, guys. Sometimes the experts, sometimes listening to other people, it ain't the wave, guys. Sometimes what we need to do is listen to our own intuition, guys. To our own self. I should have listened to myself from the very beginning and just jump. I would have been able to get in. I don't even know what the prices were, guys. I mean, they were like, it was back in those days. How about that? You know what I mean? But hey, coulda, shoulda, woulda, guys. Experts are only worth the paper their certificates are printed on. For the most part, yeah. I mean, there's some real experts out there, and, I guess, I think that there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. You can know all these things, but, wisdom is able to take the knowledge and make a decision and, make a wise decision based on what you know. You know what I mean? Because, you got people that are smart, but they're not necessarily wise. And I was discussing this with someone offline earlier. Have you noticed that the smartest people in the world are not the richest? Okay, because everybody's like, oh, the smart people know how to do it. It's like the smartest people, they overthink things too much. They overanalyze. They don't take the risks. Okay? The smartest person in the world is not the richest person in the world. In fact, if you want to be rich, I think that you have to have a little bit of naiveness and or be somewhat a little bit dumber than the smartest guy. You know what I mean? Trust your gut. I was dumb enough not to listen to the smart people who told me crypto was a scam. Going back to what I was just saying, it's like to make those gains, you gotta kind of be a little dumber than the smartest guy in a way. You know what I mean? And it's not a bad like Buddha just said, he was dumb enough not to listen to the smart person. You get it? So he won. Wisdom comes with experience. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, but these are all little gems that, I've learned along the way, and I want to share, and then we keep learning, you know what I'm saying? But I think the biggest lesson learned is to trust your gut, okay? And, focus on what you think. And I'll tell you, it's one of the main reasons that when I ended up starting the channel, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the whole channel anonymous. I'm not even telling the people about it. I'm not going to even tell my peers about it. If you guys come around and find it, you'll find it. So some people have, you know what I mean? It's not all about staying anonymous. It's also about blocking out the opinions. Because if I would have brought it up to everybody I know, look, I'm going to do this channel. I'm getting into crypto. Half of people would have been like, nah, it's a scam. What are you doing? And then I would have started listening to them. And I would have let their opinions shape and mold the direction of this channel and the direction of my crypto direction. So even to this day, I try to separate that. If you find the champ, it's because you're worthy. I'm not I'm not posting this to everyone I know. You got to make it here, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to withhold the information. But you got to earn it as well. You know what I mean? You don't, what do they say? You don't cast pearls to swine. You don't want to, you don't want to cast pearls before swine. You don't, you know what I mean? We found some pearls. I'm not going to be throwing them away to the swine. You got to prove that you're not that swine. Thanks, champ. You got a good message. More than just crypto. It is more than just crypto. It is. Absolutely. It is. Yeah, this is way more than crypto. For me, at least, this is this is about alternative lifestyle. It's about finding things that are better. It's about improvement. And, crypto has provided that for us, so shout out to crypto. It's definitely a new route, a nice alternative, and it seems pretty solid. But you also got to be able to call out the crypto as well. As, I was on the Satoshi potion for a while. But until I finally realized, I'm like, yo, Satoshi? Come on, this is DARPA. This is Satoshi Santa Claus. Come on, for those that are still sipping on the Satoshi potion, come on. Come on, And then you also got, those that are still completely sipping on the entire decentralized meme. I want to lean there, but you can't have everything completely idealistic either. So yeah, I'll take a few more comments and questions. I think we hit half of this broadcast has been more about self-improvement than it has been about crypto. But we need that sometimes. You're not going to get that on other channels. Some of these guys, these mainstream guys are clowns, man. I'll be honest with you. You see some of these guys that all they talk about is the chart. They never show you a play. They talk only about the blue chip coins. They have basically the same video with the same little thumbnail of them acting with their mouth open like if someone's about to ejaculate in their face. Come on, guys. I think SEC target stablecoin champ. That worry. Yeah, I just talked about that earlier. That I brought up the article and I posed the question as if DAI is the safest stablecoin. It may be. I don't know. But yeah, it just makes me, when I hear stuff like that, Bitcoin and ETH, guys. BTC too. Like, let's not act like ETH at the beginning didn't roll back the blockchain as well. We got ETH Classic. We know the deal. The only complete decentralized one, in my opinion, is Bitcoin, and the only truly anonymous one, to a certain extent, seems to be Monero. What about USDC? That's centralized by Coinbase runs that coin. That's the point I was trying to make. Coinbase, I think the coin is legit. I don't think that it's like, I think that it's backed, that there's an actual value to the coin. But the point I'm trying to make is that once the regulators start knocking on their door, if the regulators put pressure on Coinbase, what's to say that they won't bend the knee and actually freeze the blockchain or create a tax or do something with the coin? That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, the USDC coin seems to be vulnerable to regulations. Many YouTubers saying we will have the last bull run and the big regulations will come till end of the year or beginning the next. No one knows. I mean, I've been hearing about regulation and that, be careful. I've been hearing about that since the beginning of Bitcoin. So I don't know. I've been hearing about, no, it's a scam. No, it's the government's going to see. I've been hearing all about that from the beginning. So you know what I do? That's why I don't really cover that stuff here. About the taxes and about the regulation and about the rules and this and that. Guys, there's people that all they want to know is what rules to follow and what the rule's going to be. So, let those guys swim on that pond. I will continue to focus on what I believe are the boomers. And I did bring it up, though. I'm like, hey, I'm just bringing it up. Hey, guys, look, there may be a concern here. So you may want to consider another stable or maybe not even deal with stables. For a while, we never even touched stables. But yeah, how about these YouTubers with these thumbnails? Like, these guys are, come on, man. Like, you're gonna look back at yourself. You're like, what is this? This is ridiculous. Like, come on. I know you want to get clicks but like, look at yourself. You're acting like a child, first of all, and a lot of you guys are acting like females. Like, stop it. Come on. It's not even funny. Anyone able to mint any ancestral humans on FTM? They went quick, 3,000 minted in one day. No, but I heard that the floor right now is 11,000 FTM for those humans. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and retire the stream. Shout out to Buddha, Manuel, Mola, Passive Crypto, rest of the boomers. I appreciate you, maniacs. Every single one of you guys. I'll be back on Monday. Make sure you hit the gym and stay strong out there, guys. I don't want anybody looking weak out there. I don't want any weaklings. I want you guys strong, okay? Looking like 300 crypto warriors out there. Damn, I minted a few. They're cool. Yeah, you may look. I think you may have came up, Buddha. I heard that they're at 11,000 FTM for the cheapest one. You may have just came up. You may want to look around. That's what I heard. I believe I heard that on Phantom Alert's live stream yesterday. Spell been on fire too. Yeah, I just talked about Abracadabra before you jumped into the chat. Yeah. I was just talking about that. Red Snapper says, thanks for the church. All right. Okay, guys, I'll be out of here for now. I'll catch you guys on Monday. Pure Gratitude as well. Let's end it with that song, actually. I'm going to go ahead and play that song for you guys. Pure Gratitude by Shoddy, independent rapper. And make sure you catch his project on all the networks. It's called Mosvich, and he just dropped a part 2 for that project this week. So catch it. Let's pull up Pure Gratitude and end this live stream. Cheers, Buddha. All right, everybody have an excellent day. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for tuning in.
95 Labs.
I just got the best head of my fucking life. I just hit some new 11s on that sneakers app. I just read that Bitcoin went up in price, and Sauce King just blessed me with a diesel pack. I just got the best head of my fucking life. I just got my favorite rapper to do a feature. And even if Miami life ain't nothing nice, my cafecito got the perfect espumita. Glass half full, that's that food. I'ma need an advance, you can sell me, Cash App too. Portfolio looking healthy, my Coinbase poppin'. I cut out the red meat, but I don't fuck with no soy-based products. My podcast hit 100 episodes. My brother Cap just had a baby, and me, I got a little baddie in Haiti, marinating. Miami lately feel like it's 2005. The scene been reinvigorated, and you can feel it countywide. Yeah, my plug got the best tree, from Brickell to Bentry. My Benz lease, but I live in your head rent free. My grandma chillin' like she's still in her prime. Taught me to cherish every minute of this limited time that we're given. My dog Charlie was half blind when I first brought him home, and now we could probably spot a bone faster than Indiana Jones. You gotta comb through the weeds so you can spot the rose, and I'ma smell every flower while I still got a nose. Cause I just got the best head of my fucking life. And I just hit some ones on that sneakers app. I just heard Ethereum went up in price, and Sauce King just blessed me with that OG pack. Yeah, I just got the best head of my fucking life. I just got a couple stamps on my visa. And even if Miami life ain't nothing nice, my cafecito got the perfect espumita. Yeah, it's pure gratitude. Pure gratitude. Yeah, it's pure gratitude. You gotta smell every flower that life's handed you. That's right, it's pure gratitude. What I'm feeling? Pure gratitude. What's that? It's pure gratitude. You can't change the world, but you can change your attitude, bro.
Yeah. Shotty. Tev. Mafia.
Со мною рядом, рассказать мне надо.
That large green area of South Dade in the center of your screen.
95 Labs.
Motivation. It's motivation.
Yo, big shout out to everybody that's still listening. I'll play one more track from that artist because, you know, I'm motivated. The track's actually called Motivation, and we'll end the stream. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you catch that on Spotify. I'm going to link that in the chat so you guys, if you want to listen to it on your own. Kaboom. Motivation. Check this one out.
95 Labs.
Motivation. It's motivation. It's motivation. We've been at it too long, this the culmination. I wake up in the morning, pray to the man in the mirror. The pure cannabis serum helped me channel my spirit. I never cared about no Grammy appearance, but the thought of my mom's and grandmother cheering had me damn near tearing. Cause all I ever wanted to do was make them both proud. So long as I got 10 toes down, I ain't slowing down. Nope. No sir. Yeah, I just wanna see the bros win. My brother Manny studied Muay Thai, and now we got his own gym. Sometimes you gotta let go of your old friends, especially if they ain't grown since. Bottle popping and chrome rims. We grown men beyond that silly shit y'all be on. You can't be on lean and be somebody to lean on. We sacrifice no matter what the feet cost to be boss. It ain't just sitting in your office with your feet crossed. We don't take no shortcuts, that don't bring no reward. Deadlifts for warm-ups, and I'm trying to set a PR. It's supposed to be hard. You feel me? What's that? Motivation. Yeah. It's motivation. Motivation. We've been at it too long, this the culmination. I wake up in the morning, do some push-ups, light some kush up, and eat whatever challenge life cooks up. You gotta learn the plays so you can read the routes. Before you fix the planet, you better clean your house. If you can learn from a loss, the loss don't even count. Don't let no snake in the garden to plant a seed of doubt. That shit don't even count. I saw my sister play the lead in Wicked, but when we moved here, we weren't even speaking English. She had so much drive, she could've got a speeding ticket, cause she was chasing it harder than Peter Griffin when he sees the chicken. My boy Potato just became a doctor. My boy Borrego bought a fucking boat, and he don't even pay the docket. The other homie got some Bitcoin and made a profit. Ain't tryna put him out, so I'ma keep his name up off it. The homie Gadget sold weed and barely made $100, and now he flies around the country getting paid to crop it. All facts. What's that? It's motivation. Yeah. Motivation. Motivation. We've been working too hard. This the culmination. What? It's motivation. Yeah, it's motivation. Motivation. We never stop believing that we gon' make it. I wake up in the morning, pray to the man in the mirror. The pure cannabis serum help me channel my motivation.